So good morning, everyone. So welcome to my training on performance testing and engineering, live training, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel, guys. If you want to subscribe, or if you want to receive updates on the new batches and any demo session, go to youtube.com and search for this performance testing real-time training, and you'll. So this is my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and search for performance testing real-time training, and you'll see, you'll see my demo sessions. All right. Now, so the agenda for today will be I'll be covering what are the concepts that I know I will be covering in the training, and I'm planning to start a new batch for JMeter in 1 week, less than a week. So this is a live demo session. Of course, there are 8 to 10 demo sessions available on my YouTube channel. So I'll share the playlist URL as well. So which were recorded for the previous batch. Yeah. So these are the performance testing fundamentals. So this is let me first explain the roadmap. For the first 10 to 15 days, I will be explaining performance testing fundamental concepts. And then I'll be starting with JMeter and LoadRunner. There is already one batch running from currently. So if okay, but it started like 10 days back. So once I complete this JMeter, I'll be starting JMeter most probably in New Year, right? I'll be starting JMeter in New Year. So because this takes 10 to 15 days for me to cover all these performance testing fundamentals. Then I'll be starting the JMeter in Jan. So once JMeter is completed in the current batch, I'll be starting LoadRunner. Those who want to join for LoadRunner, so you can join LoadRunner after completing JMeter. Here, guys. So I'll be starting with SDLC. I'll be starting from scratch because I have 50% of my students will be from non-computers background. I'll be starting from software development lifecycle, right? And let me give a brief introduction before going to the demo. So let me introduce myself. So I am an NCA graduate and I'm having 15 plus years of experience in IT and 13 plus years experience in performance testing and engineering. So I worked for AppLabs for 6 plus years for AppLabs. So AppLabs Technologies, if you heard it, it's the world's first largest independent software testing company. So there I worked on all major tools like LoadRunner, WebLoad, SilkPerformer in retail, healthcare, banking, and finance domains. So the next organization that I worked is Tech Mahindra. So there I got a chance to work on multiple protocols of LoadRunner. So web and web services protocols are regular protocols that anyone who is having 3 years experience also will be working on this, right? However, so I worked on multiple protocols of LoadRunner, Ajax TrueClient, Java vUser, Citrix, ComDecom, Oracle NCA, Oracle 2-tier, Oracle Web Apps 11. Right. So I worked on almost 10 plus protocols with LoadRunner. And another company that I worked for, another organization that I worked for is Bank of America, There I got exposure to banking domain and I got a chance to work on JMeter, Jenkins, Splunk, Introscope, Dynatrace, WebLogic Console, OEM, AppWatch. And apart from the regular load and soak test, I got chance to work on capacity planning tests as well. And I'm a certified associate in JMeter, Splunk, and Dynatrace. Right? And I worked for both service-based and product-based companies, and this is another service-based company that I work. InnoMinds is one of the service-based company that I work, and it is one of the top 10 dream companies to work for and national best employer brand for for 2018. Right. So not only 2018, it got national best employer brand for 2 to 3 years. So SAP Labs is another product-based company that I work for. And StateSheet was another product-based company that I worked for. Right? So currently, I have to update this. Currently, I am working for another service-based company. So this is briefly about my experience. So, and let me explain the salient features of my training. Unique features of my training. So I will be for the first 10, my session will be 1 to 1.5 hours. Mostly 1.5 hours it would be. Daily session would be 1.5 hours. The first 10 minutes would be dedicated for aptitude test and table topics. So I'll be covering some aptitude questions or reasoning questions for the first 10 minutes. This is also to accommodate the late joiners, right? And as well as not only aptitude test, like I will be covering table topics on alternate basis. One day aptitude questions, the next day table topics. When I say table topics, we'll be picking some current topic and every participant has to speak on that topic for a minute, at least a minute, right? This is to make everyone speak in the meetings or improve the communication skills. That is one thing, as well as to accommodate the late joiners. So I will be taking up this for every 10 minutes, for the first 10 minutes every day. All right. Next day we will be having daily assessment for 5 to 10 minutes. So few of those people who joined now, they are already attending. They attended some load runner sessions. Ravani and I see Banu, right? So we'll be having daily assessment for 5 to 10 minutes every day, and later on, like I'll be covering like theory or scripting sessions for 50 to 60 minutes per day for each session, and thereafter, like after this, like it will be followed by Q&A session and doubt clarification for 10 minutes. So this would be breakup for a approximately 1 hour 30 minute session, 1.5 hour session. Right? And scripting will be simplified and easy to understand. I made it easy to understand even for non-competence guys. And most of the scripts that I cover are from different companies interview covered in scripting. Few organizations conduct scripting test as part of recruitment process. So most of the scripts that I cover in the training will be from those scripting tests. And scripting hands-on mandatory for each and every participant. And coming to the after the training, you can attempt load runner and JMeter certification. So JMeter certification is free of cost. So however, if you want to do load runner certification, it comes with a price tag. There is also ISTQB certification for performance testing. So whose exam fees is like around 8,000 or 7,500, right? And I'll be covering 3 protocols. Web and web services protocols are mandatory. I'll be covering web and web services protocol as mandatory thing. TrueClient is optional in load runner if time permits and if a batch picks up well. So I'll be covering TrueClient protocol because TrueClient protocol requires everyone to be comfortable with JavaScript. If you want to cover TrueClient protocol, so we have to learn first JavaScript. Yeah. So, and hands-on training on scripting with real-time examples and 15 plus scripts given in scripting tests of various companies interviews, as I mentioned previously. So it will be hands-on training. I will be installing all the sample applications, MySQL database on your machine, all the tools required. I will be sharing all the tools required, load runner trial version and JMeter. Anyways, it is an open source. Anyone can download it. MySQL is another open source tool that you can download. So for practicing SQL queries and all. So hands-on training on scripting is mandatory for each and everyone. So I'll make everyone install these applications on your laptop or desktop, and you have to practice at least like 1 to 1.5 hours per day. After the session, so training session would be for 1 to 1.5 hours. Apart from that, you have to spend at least 1 to 1.5 hours for practice. And I'll be covering 5 sample applications for scripting, for practicing scripting for you, and 2 to 4 real-time applications based on the time available, right, for scripting and test executions. And as I mentioned before, like every day we will be on alternate basis, like we will be having table topics. Initially for the first 15 to 20 days, I will be taking up this, and later on during the training, like I will make participants to give some presentations, 1 to 2 slides on different technical topics, right? And there are few digital platforms that I am leveraging for training. Say for example, I'm using Google Classroom where I give assignments to everyone. So these are the different digital platforms that I am leveraging for training. So the first one is Google Classroom. This is my Google Classroom for my previous batch. So performance testing November 2021 daily batch. So here you can see, like I will be adding all the students into this, and I will be giving assignments over here, right? And apart from this, I am using a couple of online tools for assignments and assessments. I have like three level 1, level 2, level 3 assessments, which I share with all the students. And I will, as soon as you attempt the test, online test, I will be getting a mail. So let one second. Yeah. So this is how I get a mail as soon as you attempt the test, right? Any student attempts the test, I will get a mail like this. So what is the overall score and how much, how many questions they attempted correctly and how many questions went wrong. So that it will be helpful to you also to assess like what are the areas for improvement and in which areas you are good and what are the where there is scope of improvement. Clear? And apart from this, I will be having like weekly and monthly assessments. I will be giving weekly and monthly assessments. And after once the training is completed, I will be providing placement assistance, wherein I will be preparing CV. Those who opted for placement assistance, I will be preparing your CV, a proper CV as per the market demand. And I will be covering real-time project on weekends. This will be on mostly on Sundays, right? Training or real-time project training or project explanation will be on Sundays. Yeah. And I will be taking 5 mock interviews after the training. First mock interview I will take myself. And once I find you to be good, like I will be scheduling like 4 more interviews. 2 interviews by my friends from service-based organizations and 2 more interviews from my friends who are working in product-based companies, right? So the basic idea behind this 5 mock interviews is I know what I covered in the training. So if like only when you attend a third party interview taken by some third person, then you will know, like then only you will know, you'll get to know how well you are prepared and how good you are ready for facing the real interviews. So this is the idea behind 5 mock interviews. First mock interview I will take myself, and once I feel that you are good, you are well prepared, then I will be scheduling 2 more mock interviews by friends working in service-based companies and 2 more mock interviews by guys working in product-based companies. So these are, and apart from this batch, I am starting mobile performance testing, which I haven't done till now. So I am starting, I am including mobile performance testing as well from this batch. So I'll take a pass here. So any queries I can, over here, I can address those queries and we will move ahead.
All tools for testing.
Yeah, can you please come again?
Okay. So when you say JMeter, load runner,
Yeah.
other parameters are there, right? So they are all tools from the testing, tools for the testing, right?
Different performance testing tools. And these 2 are the major tools for performance testing.
Okay.
Load runner and JMeter are the 2 major tools for performance testing.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Any other queries, guys? Anyone?
What is the total duration, Kishore?
Okay. Coming to duration, like load runner will come around like 80 hours. So JMeter will come around for 60 hours. So total duration in terms of days would be for load runner 1 month and JMeter 1 month. And apart from this, like performance testing fundamentals, and there will be some small tools that everyone should learn, like Toad. That you need to learn some database tools like Toad, dbeaver, and DB Visualizer, and monitoring and analysis. So this will be a comprehensive training like of 200 plus hours.
Okay.
The complete duration will be, I'll have it somewhere in the next slide in the course contents. Yeah.
Sure.
So this comes to around 200 hours.
Okay.
For freshers or beginners in performance testing. So these are the course contents that I am going to cover for you. These are mandatory for someone who want to claim like 3 years experience. For 3 years experience, everyone should know these tools as mandatory. Right? Okay. So performance testing basics, I'll be spending 10 to 15 hours. Apart from that, I'll be covering developer tools, Fiddler, and Load Runner Professional 2021 with web services and API testing. And performance test, again, like if someone is joining only for JMeter, performance testing basics would be for 10 to 15 hours. Developer tools, Fiddler, JMeter 5.4. JMeter itself will take 60 plus hours. once this tool is completed, like I will be covering monitoring with open source tools and analysis, Java concepts, and performance engineering concepts, and basic SQL queries, SQL tools like Toad, dbeaver, dbvisualizer, Git, and GitHub. Right? These are mandatory for 3 years experience. Right? There is one more tool called Dynatrace, which is an APM tool. It's optional. This is optional. And the duration of this would be 20 to 25 hours, apart from this 200 hours. So I mentioned it as separately as optional. Yes.
At what time do you start the class every day, Kishore?
Time is not yet decided. So, but most probably it would be 7:30 to 9 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
For now, timings are tentative, but most probably those are the available slots for me.
Okay, sure.
That is one available slot, and evening also we can. I mean, if majority of the people want evening batch, so I can take it in the evening. However, I prefer morning batch so that like everyone will be fresh and energetic in the morning, I believe. Right? So timings are not yet decided. So most probably timings would, however, it would be most probably from 7:30 to 9 a.m. IST.
Okay. Sure.
Yes, please.
Can you stop the record, or else can I ask the question?
Yeah, let me pass recording. Yeah. The course duration will be, in terms of number of hours, it would be 200 hours. Right? Okay. In terms of months, the training would come somewhere around 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
So if you want to join, if someone want to join both LoadRunner and JMeter, it would come to 2.5 to 3 months. But if someone want to join only JMeter, there are guys like who got trained on only JMeter and got placement. So if you want to join only JMeter, like it will take around 1.5 months. If you want to join only LoadRunner, that it will take, only LoadRunner will take 1 month. Performance testing basic 10 to 15 days, and LoadRunner 1 month, and JMeter 1 month. Again, like if someone want to join only JMeter, for them performance testing basics, performance testing fundamentals will take 10 to 15 hours, and this will come around 1 month. So if it is one tool, it will take 1.5 months effectively, and if it is both the tools, like it will take 2.5 to 3 months.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So I prefer to learn performance testing basics as well as JMeter. So will you be reducing the fee, because I am just going to choose only one instead of two?
Yes, even myself, sir. I'm preferring to go with JMeter.
Me too. Can you suggest?
Yes, we'll discuss those offline.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can suggest, like, based on which year pass out you are, and I can suggest, like, if you want to learn, if you have to learn one tool, or will one tool would be good enough, or you have to learn two tools, I will suggest based on your passed out year and all, your particular profile. So that is that is specific to each and everyone, right? So we'll discuss that offline.
Sure.
Yeah. So in the next session, I will be covering like JMeter. I'll be giving a demo session on JMeter, and wherein I will show you how do we record a script with JMeter. All right. So JMeter, this is the latest version of JMeter. 5.4.2 is the latest version. So wherein I will be covering, I will be including this certification also. Whatever concepts are required for clearing the certification also, I'll be covering this, right, as part of the training. And these are the course contents for JMeter. So 1 second, please. These are the course contents for LoadRunner 2021, right? And apart from that, these are the course contents for JMeter 5.4. All right. I'll be sharing this course contents documents to everyone. Please share your email ID to me personally, to me separately. All right. So please don't share it in the WhatsApp group, but share it separately to me in WhatsApp, so that I can share this course contents to everyone. Those who are from computers, non-computers background, and those who are completely new to software testing, I recorded one session for them, and it is available on my YouTube channel. just Google for careers in software testing. Right. So this is my session on careers in software testing. So please go through this to understand what is functional testing, what is automation testing, what is performance testing, right? So there are three major careers in software testing. One is functional testing, the other one is automation, the third one is performance. These are the three major careers. Of course, there is security testing. There are different other careers as well in software testing itself. But these are the three major careers in software testing: functional testing, automation, and performance. So if you want to get a clear understanding of that, please go through this recorded session. So I will share this URL with everyone. All right. So let me share this in the WhatsApp group. Right. So this is the WhatsApp group for the new batch. I'm sharing this careers in software testing video to everyone in this WhatsApp group. So PD for performance testing, and I will be starting this batch with JMeter and then load runner. That's the reason I named it like this. And this is Jan 2022 batch, right? Let me cover that in the demo session. So let's discuss like what are the packages, what is the current market demand, and what are the packages for performance testing that we can expect. Right. So I already gave my introduction and unique features of my training plan and course duration. I already explained it. Another important thing is for whom this training is suitable, right? So any BTech or MCA or MSc computers or BCA freshers or any degree or any bachelor's degree, someone who is holding bachelor's degree, any degree is fine. So basically most of the companies are looking for 15 years of full-time education. That is mandatory. Okay, no part-time education, no correspondence course will be allowed. So any full-time degree, let me mention it, let me update it over here. Sorry. Any full-time degree, right? Any full-time bachelor's who are in active job search at 2017 to 2021 pass outs with career gaps, and this training is also suitable for manual test engineers or functional test engineers, and any passionate BPO or non-IT employees who want to pursue career in IT, right? So this is another category that to whom this training would be suitable. And important note is basic programming skills would be enough. If you have some programming knowledge, that is beneficial. That is always beneficial. So, and another beauty of performance testing is if you are good in Java, that will be most helpful for performance testing engineer, because 90% of the applications that we test would be Java applications. If you are good in Python, or if you are already trained in Python or C++ or SQL, all these would be beneficial for performance testing, right? So if you are trained in, someone is trained in DevOps also, right? Some people, I get some, for every batch, I get some 3 to 4 people from who got training in DevOps and who could not get a job in DevOps. So every batch I have 2 to 3 people, right? So for them also, that the whatever training they took in DevOps, that would be useful here. It will not go waste, right? And apart from that, basic programming skills would be enough. At the same time, performance testing offers package equal to or more than developers. I'll explain why. There is a reason why, like even though we don't have any programming or coding skills, so why do we get performance test engineers get package equal to or more than developers? Is it's the performance test engineer who has to, once the developers develop some new code or release some new build, want to release some new build, it's the performance test engineer who has to certify whether that build should go into production or not. So that is the reason. So in some companies, of course, functional test engineers decide that. It depends on organization to organization. So that is the reason automation test engineers or functional test engineers who have very good experience and performance test engineers will be paid equal to or more than developers. There is no surprise in that. This is the reason behind that. And let me discuss what are the career prospects and compensation for performance testing. So because of COVID, like before, let me categorize into before COVID and after COVID, right? So let me bring up Notepad++. See, pre-COVID packages used to be like this. then in a service-based company, average package in a service-based company used to be something like this. Average package used to be number of years experience into 2 lakhs. So that was the average package before COVID, right? And in a product-based company, so this is in service-based company, guys. And in a product-based company, it used to be something like this, number of years into 3 lakhs. 2 lakhs in a product-based company. So, however, because of COVID, right, what happened is there is huge resource crunch, right? I cannot say post-COVID because it's still we are in that pandemic period. So from 2021, so this is how it changed, right? So this average went back, this average went up. Let me update it here. From 2021, this average packages have went up to number of years into 3 lakhs in a service-based company. And in a product-based company, it went up to 4 lakhs. Right? So these are the expected packages for performance testing in Hyderabad. Okay, so if you consider Bangalore or Mumbai and Pune, so you can expect like 1 to 2 lakhs more than this. Clear, guys? So no wonder that my students got like one B.Pharmacy girl got 12.5 lakhs package into 2021 for 3 years experience. Right? So let me list out like what are the packages that my students got for 3 years experience. For 3 years experience, right? So this is the package range that my students got, 7.5 to 12.5 lakhs package. Right? And for 2 years experience, there are guys who got 5.5 is the least package that 1-2 years experience guy got in Hyderabad. This is in Hyderabad. Right? And see down the line. So how are the career prospects? Right? So to explain that, I can say like for 10 years experience, if you reach 10 years experience, this is the package that you can expect. So the package will be somewhere from 30 lakhs per annum to 55 LPA for 10 years experience. Of course, this depends on the individual capabilities. So this is the highest package that I heard in performance testing. For 10 years experience, I heard like one guy got 55 lakhs package from Salesforce. Such high packages are possible mostly in product-based companies only. And this is the package that I know that that one guy got from Salesforce, which is a product-based company. For 10 years experience, he got 55 lakhs package. So these are the career prospects, and for you as a beginners are like these are the packages that you can expect in the initial period. Right? And yeah, I think I addressed this completely. I explained average packages and what is the package range in both service and product-based companies. Digital platforms will leverage for training. I already covered this. Course contents, I already explained this. And scripting scenarios. Yes, let me quickly show this. What are the scripting scenarios that I am going to cover as part of this training program? All right. So these are the scripting scenarios that I am going to cover. These are the different applications that I am going to cover as part of the training. Most of the training institutes cover only 2 applications or 3 applications max: Web Tools and JPEG Store and some Blaze demo. That's it. However, I cover multiple applications. As you can see here, I can show you the batch tracker as well. For each batch, I will maintain a tracker. Let me quickly show up that. So this is batch tracker for October 2021 batch, and this is for November 2021 batch, right? So in this way, I will maintain a tracker for each and every batch. Let me show you the September 2021 batch. Here you can see this batch, like it went up to 1 or 2 hours, right? And for every session, like I will be listing out like what is the session duration, how much, what is the exact time, what is the duration, what concepts are covered in that session, and who all attended the session. So I'll maintain a tracker for each and every batch like this is. Clear? And these are the applications, the different applications that I will be covering as part of the training. These are these are sample applications till here, right? And apart from this, once these sample applications are covered and everyone is comfortable with scripting, I will be covering 2 scripts, one on Amazon and one on Udemy. And again, these are sample applications, but these are different applications which will be given for the scripting test basically. These are bit complex scripts, so which I will be covering as part of the scripting at the end of the training. So once you complete this training, if you practice all the scripts that I cover in the training, so you can work in any sort of application, any kind of real-time application, you can work comfortably. So these are the scripting scenarios that I'm going to cover in the training. And what is performance testing, types of performance testing? So there is one separate demo session. I'll share the recorded session URL to everyone. And demo script, as I explained, like in the next demo session, I'll show you how to record a script with JMeter and how to do the user registration script, how to complete that. Not only recording, I'll make everyone complete one script in the session itself, right? And placement assistance, I already explained. So what can you expect as part of the placement assistance? This is what you can expect as part of placement assistance. So I'll be providing referrals as well. So we have tie-ups with 4 to 5 QA companies across different cities. So like I will be providing referrals to those organizations. And let me go to the agenda and terms and conditions. Coming to these terms and conditions, everyone should practice scripting. Everyone should share the script to me for review. I'll show you like one. I'll show you. Just give me a second. Right? You can see here. These are the current batch and previous batch students. They will share the script to me like this, right? And I will be reviewing their scripts. Each and every script I will be reviewing. So for that matter, let me show the same tracker. So here you can see I will be maintaining for each batch. I will be maintaining a tracker like this. And here you can see Web2 script rating. I will review and I'll provide the review comments like this. And I will be, this is for my, for my records. So I'll be giving rating based on how good they are in scripting or how well they completed that particular script, right? For each application, I will be giving individual rating. Here you can see. This is for only for my tracking purposes. And whenever I get some referral openings, obviously I will be referring first those guys who got 3 and more rating. First I will be referring the outstanding guys, then the remaining guys, right? So here you can see I maintain a separate tracker for each application like this, and I will share the review comments for each script like this. Here guys. So this will be helpful to everyone to assess yourself, as well as for me it would be difficult. It will be easy to pick someone like whom to forward, which profiles to forward first when we have some referral openings. So not only referral openings, you have hundreds of openings in Naukri and Monster. So Naukri would be good enough. So if you want few more openings, like you can go for LinkedIn. So you'll get huge openings in Naukri and LinkedIn. So apart from that, like we'll be having some referral openings as well. So hope I covered like all your queries, all the queries that you may be having. So, and apart from this, like you have to turn on your video whenever, if I feel that you are not focusing on the session, or if you are not grasping things, assimilating things, I may ask you to turn on the video. And this training material should not be shared with everyone. This is for your individual purpose only, individual usage only. So these are the terms and conditions. Yes. So with this, I close the demo session. So, and let me address any queries you may be having on these, on the topics that I covered just now, and we'll catch up on some other day, most probably tomorrow for the next demo. And thanks for joining within short notice. Thanks for joining, and have a nice weekend. Best of luck.